Well, hello, my name is Zac Hatton. I'm an officer and public safety diver for Tarrant Regional Water District. Behind me is one of the bodies of water that we operate in, and I am also a brand ambassador for AquaEye. We respond to multiple bodies of water. We own 4 different lake systems and then also multiple river systems. We also have mutual agency agreements with several different agencies. And we also respond regionally to whatever agency just calls for help. As a public safety diver, we have several things at our disposal that we use in operations, anywhere from just wearing coveralls, waterproof coveralls, to pole systems, all the way up to black water diving. Side-by-sides, we use scans, we use starfish technology in order to gain some sonar imagery at the bottom of complex water systems. We have one water system that was an old orchard. It was an old pecan orchard, and it has multiple 30-foot trees that you have to navigate through when you dive and descend. And all of that can make it extremely dangerous for a mission. And all of the diving that we do is black water diving, which means that you can't see anything. And so we have to be really careful. And it ends up being a multiple person response. And we have to have a primary diver, a safety diver, a rescue diver, and then topside support, just because of the intricacies of what we do operationally. So we recently purchased a AquaEye system. And before we were able to be trained on it, we ended up having a mission where there was a lost individual, and we decided, even though we weren't properly trained by AquaEye, we would just take it and test it just because it was a good opportunity. And having this device and zero training, we were able to locate that individual. Now, not every situation is a great situation. We would love to save people, but a lot of times when we get involved, it's a recovery. But I'll tell you what a recovery is able to do. It's able to provide closure for families. And that's what AquaEye was able to help us accomplish on this particular mission. We scanned and ended up finding someone using the sonar system, the smart sonar system of AquaEye. And with that, we were able to diminish divers in the water. We were able to keep everybody topside and keep everyone safe. And so now operationally, we've added AquaEye into our standard operating procedures, and that's the first thing that we do, particularly when you're talking about black water situations, and again, being incredibly dangerous. What AquaEye allows us to do is scan an area and get a feel for the area before we even have to send a diver down. We can find potential dive targets before we send our individuals in harm's way. So if you're an agency like the Water District here, and you specialize or have to respond to surface water operations or in-water operations, to me, AquaEye is an essential piece of gear, and really probably the first thing that you should be putting in the water rather than a diver or a swimmer or any kind of other rescue personnel. You can deploy this, and what makes AquaEye great is the fact that it's easily deployable. It's really easy to operate, and you can just easily transport it. Everything about this piece of equipment is designed specifically to rapidly deploy with all of your other specialized equipment. Whenever you're deploying AquaEye, several things that stick out to me in terms of this sonar device is the fact of positionally, it helps you. The software that is loaded into this equipment is very advanced, and it tells you from point to point where you are. It gives you measures of distance. It shows you your feedback in terms of the sound that it's emitting that you're receiving back into the unit. It's a helpful piece of software that does the work of multiple persons. You can deploy this and cut down on hours of work and bodies of water that would normally take a tremendous amount of time and resources. You can cut down all of that in a fraction of a time. And that's why you probably need to incorporate this into your everyday equipment.